rendezvous point based operation in PIM sparse mode has the ability to move to, so I'm working as rendezvous point tree, and I can stop working as rendezvous point tree, and I can go to the source base shortest path based tree or source based tree. So that's what, so this is, I'm working in group mode, and with this I would go to the source mode. So now I would explain how that shift happens. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying switching from RPT to SPT. So as per previously, we just went through that process, and now I'm getting all that. So happily, H2 is getting through RPT. Now I want to finish RPT, and I want to go to the source path or shortest path tree, SPT. So how I finish this and I go from RPT to SPT, that's what I'm going to discuss now. So as a step one of this shift, step one, H2 would send a request to its designated router, and designated router will start a join message. If you look at this join message, right? So that join message in the previous is going from rendezvous point to the source, right? But now this join message is going from the designated router of this host H2 to the source. So of course, my reverse path forwarding interfaces would not take me through rendezvous point. Earlier, I went through rendezvous point because I was a core based. I have to go through rendezvous point. So this would go to the shortest path. That's where the shortest path SPT comes from. So that would go to the source through this way. So step one would be sending a join message from the designated router of H2 to the source. Then when it reaches there, let's say it reaches here. As a result of that, there would happen a step two. In step two, I would send a native multicast packet to my designated router, who I am, source. So that's what I'm showing. So what source did, when it received that join message, it sent this native multicast, and this native multicast followed the reverse path. So it started reaching there. So now what I'm having two types of multicast packets, duplicate message. One are coming from RPT at this moment, and the other are coming from SPT. So once I receive my first SPT multicast packet, what I would do, I will send a special prune message. This word is special is important here because you see usually prune message would have two arguments, but this is having three. It is having source, it is having group, and it's having RPT. So this special prune message will go to the rendezvous point. So it is going from my designated router is sending, going through R2, going through rendezvous point. What it is saying rendezvous point, please prune this link. That means please do not send me multicast packets. So what it would do as a result of this, if it was having, let's say this is outgoing interfaces, if there was I, so it will just take I off, this interface off, if this was interface. So it will just prune it. So what it would do, these messages which I was receiving from there will stop. So what I will receive now, I will receive only now messages coming through this link. Only this link. So what I did simply, earlier I was getting packets through this, through that join, and response to that join, I also started getting through. So I have two options. As soon as I have this option working, then I pruned that option. So I shifted from this. So I ran parallel for a while, and as soon as I got confirmation, then I pruned this. So I shifted from RPT to SPT. So PIM sparse mode has this ability to automatically shift depending on. So the designated router, it would start the shifting. It would feel when the population is how much blah blah blah. It will start the shifting. So that's how the shifting happens.